Parker open after a pick at the top, got it, and he's fouled. Parker Paxton an opportunity at a 4-point play. Knocked away by DeVries, taken away by Derek. DeVries all alone on the right side, scoop it up, lay it in.
I don't have any more games left after this weekend, so I was like, might as well just try my heart out and just go as hard as I can.
Hunter Houck, another rebound, put it back up and in. How about Hunter Houck on the board? Goes high post to Malachi. Malachi put a move on, gets it to go, and he's fouled. Malachi Smith. Eli Lucas was open for a minute on the left block. Now they'll get it to him. Recovery defense by Hatch, but he's still going to get it to drop. Eli Lucas.
You know, this group's been playing a long time together. You know, some bumps and bruises along the way, and so, you know, for them to get another week, and all you want is a shot, right? That's all you ask, because we just want a shot at the best teams in the state, at state, and if we can get that, that's all we ask for.
Hazel for three. That hits the back of the iron. No good. Time expires. The Wolverines are going to state.
So happy to have a shot at state where anything can happen, and it's March Madness for a reason.
After a hard-fought season, the Wolverines have earned a ticket to the state tournament for a 4th year in a row. State tournament coverage begins now. From Casper, here's the voice of the Wolverines, Jared Anderson.
And a very good Friday afternoon. Welcome to the Ford Wyoming Center, a.k.a. the Casper Event Center. We're set for consolation basketball, not the side of the bracket the Wolverines hoped to be on, but they will play the hand that they were dealt after they came up short against Cheyenne Central last night and take on the Jackson Broncs. Still a lot on the line for these teams. They get one more day at state. If they win, they could win a consolation championship and you win more games than you lose at states. An opportunity at that for the Wolverines. Good afternoon. I'm Jared Anderson. Great to have you joining us here. Appreciate you being here on 105.1 Jack FM. We've also got streaming audio coverage on County 10's YouTube channel. This is my disclaimer, my reminder right up front. We are not allowed to show video of this game. The NFHS network has that exclusively, but we will have the audio for you here. The scoreboard will be along on County 10's YouTube channel if you're watching as well. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show, made possible by Porter's Supply Company at the corner of North Federal and Sunset in Riverton. We are about 12 minutes or so away from basketball. The Wolverines have just taken the court in front of me right now. Jackson is also on the floor warming up. These two teams, no stranger to one another, obviously both out of the 4A West, not quad opponents, but they are both teams that ran into each other once this season. Jackson got the better of Riverton in that meeting February 2nd, 64-58. Riverton comes into the contest 14-12 overall. Jackson is 14-11 overall. Riverton lost to Cheyenne Central last night, 73-48. Jackson got here by falling to Natrona, 61-56. Jackson, the 1 seed out of the West, is, I guess, kind of an upset in the first round, although Natrona County, a very good team, was a little bit of a surprise that they were the 4 seed out of the East coming in here. So expected that one to be pretty evenly matched, and it was. Went down to the stretch, but Jackson came up just a little bit short. So Wolverines with a little bit of redemption on their mind after they lost to Jackson once this season. And, of course, they want one more opportunity to play here at state basketball. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show, working on a couple of technical things here behind the scenes, courtside at the Ford Wyoming Center. Again, consolation championship tomorrow at noon. The winner of this game awaits Cheyenne East. Cheyenne East kind of pummeled Evanston in the game we saw before this, 61-40. So winner will get East at noon tomorrow at the Ford Wyoming Center. This is Riverton's 4th consecutive trip to the state tournament under head coach Bo Sheets. Jackson has been here now 2 years in a row. Last Jackson championship came back in 1984. Obviously, they won't win one this time around. They've got 2 championships in boys basketball school history. Riverton just the one. That more recently, though, in 2017. Again, this is the Porter's Tailgate Show. We are a few moments away from basketball. We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, we will get into a conversation that I had moments ago with Bo Sheets, the head coach of the Wolverines. That is on the way in just a moment. Countdown to tip-off continues. Riverton and Jackson from the 4A state tournament here at the Ford Wyoming Center on 105.1 Jack FM and County 10's YouTube channel.
Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Myers Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming.
Game of the season, both teams will attempt to earn the right to take on Cheyenne East tomorrow for a consolation championship game. Both teams warming up in front of us. Again, this is the Porter's Tailgate Show. Thanks to Porter Supply Company in Riverton, making our countdown to tip-off possible. A few moments ago, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Wolverines, Bo Sheets. He was very frustrated after the game last night in a difficult loss to Cheyenne Central, but says it's a new day. Here's my conversation with the coach from just a couple of minutes ago. Back on the Porter's Tailgate Show, Bo Sheets, head coach of the Wolverines, our guest. Coach, tough loss last night, obviously. How's everybody feeling, recovering this afternoon?
Yeah, I think, it always is disappointing when you don't kind of advance and have a chance at hoisting a trophy, like everybody wants to do. And, that's a tough one to kind of get over. But then, again, next day comes and you get basketball games, especially here at the Event Center at State. So the boys, I think they're ready to go. They're excited to get another game.
Hard-fought game last time you saw Jackson. This is a tough team with a lot of dangerous weapons. What do we know about the Broncs?
Yeah, I mean, you said it. They're a tough team. They have dangerous weapons, especially on the offensive end. On the defensive end, they're long. they can block shots, they can alter shots, and when they get to going, they can play with anybody. Pretty up-tempo team and a good team from the West. It'll be a great battle again, just like it was last time.
You see these consolation games, and obviously it's not the side of the bracket you want to be on, but it means a lot to these kids to have the opportunity at one more game and to finish the state tournament with a winning record. How much do your kids want this game this afternoon, does it feel like?
I think they're still a little frustrated from yesterday, and that's not always a bad thing. You kind of remember what it's like to be on the end that you didn't want to be on. So I think they're very excited to get out and play. I hope we come out quickly and see how they do.
Is there anything about this gym? I know most of your kids have played here before, but occasionally when teams come in here, they struggle shooting. Is there anything weird about the event center?
I don't know. Everybody always talks about, you play in a Coliseum-type atmosphere like this, the event center, where you don't have a typical backdrop. But you've also seen some teams shoot extremely well. So part of me thinks that there's something to it, and the other part says it's still basketball. It's still, it's still the courts that all the college teams play on. And, I kind of want to ignore that part of it and see how we do.
All right, Coach, best of luck. We'll chat when it's all over.
All right, thank you.
He is Bo Sheets, the head coach of the Riverton Wolverines, joining us here. Appreciate his time. Once again today, not only today, but all season long. I hope I get to bug the coach a couple more times tomorrow here with Riverton. One loss away from elimination, one game away from playing for a consolation championship. About 3 minutes away from basketball action here as we take a look at some of the other games going on across the state tournament. There was one final in boys basketball I just mentioned with Cheyenne East knocking off Evanston 61-40, setting up the winner of this playing Cheyenne East tomorrow at noon. You've got semifinal action coming up tonight in boys basketball starting at 7:30. The first of two features Star Valley and Laramie. Cheyenne Central will play Natrona County in the nightcapper here at the Ford Wyoming Center at 9 o'clock. Laramie and Cheyenne Central, the favorites coming into the tournament, but we will see what happens there. It is called March Madness for a reason. Losers of those two games meet tomorrow in the third place game. Over on the 4A girls side of things, a couple of games from earlier today. In consolation play, Laramie beat Rock Springs in a defensive slugfest 27-26, and it was Kelly Walsh edging Star Valley 39-33. Laramie and K-Dub will play the first game of the day tomorrow here at the Ford Wyoming Center for Consolation Championships, and then you've got semifinals this afternoon. The next game here won't be until 4:30 with Sheridan and Cody taking on one another, and then Cheyenne East and Campbell County will do battle tonight at 6 o'clock. Winners to the 4A Girls Championship, losers to the third place game. My thanks to Porter's Supply Company in Riverton, our tailgate sponsor all season long. Your home for stoves, spas, pellets, and more. They are Porter's Supply Company. We are just about ready to get the starting lineups here, get the fist bumps from the officials courtside. It's fun to sit courtside for once here this season and be right in on the action. You may hear the Jackson Bronx behind us. We are on their side of the court. Matt Elliott, head coach in his first year with this Jackson program, gathered around his team. Bo Sheets in his sixth year as Riverton gathered around. Cheerleaders have made the trip. They form a tunnel, and Riverton starters will be announced here very soon by public address announcer Kevin Coyle. Again, Riverton 14-13 on the season, Jackson 14-11. On paper, a couple of pretty evenly matched teams. Team stat-wise, Riverton averages 58.1 points per game. Jackson scores 54 points per game. Defensively, Riverton gives up 53.7 points per game. Jackson allows 53.5 points per contest. Starting lineups, we will start with Jackson. I'm waiting for one more sub one more starter that I was told to wait between two potential players that could be starting for Jackson, so I'm trying to give him a moment here to go through. There is that starter. Number one is Seb Brunner. Brunner is the team's leading three-point man. He's the second leading scorer on the team, 14.8 points per game for Seb. Where's number 1? He's a senior. Number 5 is A.J. Fowler. Fowler, a senior leader on this team. Number 21 is Andrew Hanna. Hanna, a senior. The big man averages a double-double, 16.6 points per game, 10.6 rebounds per contest. Mason Borchardt, a senior, wears number 23, 12.7 points per contest. And Gavin Keelan is number 24 for the Bronx. He's also a senior, 9.7 points per game. Riverton Wolverines under both sheets come out like this. Number 1 is Derek DeVries. DeVries, a senior, 12.8 points per game and 6 rebounds per contest. Number 2 is Ty Sheets. Sheets, a senior, 9 points per game. Number 30 is Eli Lucas. Lucas, a senior, averages 4.3 points per contest. Hunter Houck wears number 24. He averages 1.9 points per game. And Parker Paxton is number 12 for the Wolverines. RHS's all-time leading scorer, averages 20.3 points per game. Riverton in the home white uniforms, Jackson in the away black uniforms trimmed in orange. We are underway. Borchardt versus DeVries in the jump center circle. It's won by Borchardt. Jackson will get the first possession. Jared Anderson with you from the Ford Wyoming Center. Just a skosh behind schedule. In deep is Andrew Hanna, wide open, lay it up and in. Jackson going to grab the first points of the ball game. Hanna presents a lot of matchup challenges for everybody he faces, but don't like to see him wide open right off the bat. Shot by Paxton was no good. Corralled by Lucas, though. Out to DeVries. He'll try a 3. That's off the front of the rim, no good. And Hanna will clear the glass for the Bronx. Brunner work it up the floor and hand back to Borchardt. Mason will give it up to Gavin Keelan. Put a move on down the lane. Jump stop up and in. Gavin Keelan goes to the rim almost uncontested. And Riverton nearly a turnover. Now it is a turnover. They almost threw it out of bounds. Parker tried to save it and saved it right to a Jackson Bronc. There's a Brunner quickly down the floor for Jackson. Not a great start for Riverton fans. They trail 4-0. A minute 10 has elapsed here at the Ford Wyoming Center. Borchardt to Hanna. Left-hand hook shot, no good. Rims in and out, and Parker Paxton skies in there for the rebound. Parker into the front court, between the legs dribble. Directing traffic at the top. Parker trying to create some space. Now give it up to Ty Sheets, right side, outside. Sheets put it on the floor. Stop at the free throw line. That's off to the right side. No good. Paxton tiptoes the baseline. Tried to get the rebound, but ultimately was out of bounds. His heel on the baseline. If you're watching along on YouTube, the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard in the bottom of your screen. Thanks to Fremont Chevy making our scoreboard updates possible all game long. Seb Brunner will dish off underneath. Andrew Hanna in deep again. Hanna's got 4. 6-0 Bronx. 2 minutes have elapsed here from Casper. Eli Lucas racing in is fouled on the way up. Eli's going to get some free throws. Foul whistled against A.J. Fowler.
Let's go, Black!
First free throw for Lucas, too strong, no good. Malachi Smith and Brody Dale check in between free throws. Eli will knock down the free throw, so there's Riverton's first point, 6-1. They trail Jackson here. Andrew Hanna's got 2 buckets. Gavin Keelan's got the other one. Borchardt with it above his head. He'll stop for a long 2 and swish. That is a pretty shot by Mason. And the Jackson lead is now at 7. 5.5 to play, first quarter action. Lucas, left-hand dribble down the lane, spins, hook shot is no good. Malachi Smith, rebound followed. That's not going to drop, and Brunner is there to take it away. The Jackson guard pushes the tempo into the front court to Borchardt. They set it up to Keelan, and he travels before he can get the shot away. He hit a three-pointer, but traveled first. DeVries back in for Riverton. Sheets will take a seat. Hunter Hauk also returns after a quick breather. Eli Lucas will get his turn to rest. Again, it's been kind of the same situational substitutions, same rotation, I should say, with guys coming out for rests 20, 30 seconds at a time. Here's Parker, spot up for three. That's good. That's a pretty shot. Parker Paxton, who struggled offensively last night, at least comparatively to what we're used to, and we're used to a whole lot with Parker Paxton. He averages 20 a game. So it's a little bit unfair that we grade him on that every time out. Hannah hangs in the air, can't get it to go, but he's fouled. That's on Ty Sheets. So Andrew Hannah will go up to the free throw line and knock in the first attempt. Jackson up 9-4 now, 4:49 to play first quarter. And a second attempt is also good. Jackson shooting the basketball well to start this one. Andrew Hannah in particular, he's got 6 points. Parker at the top, dribble to the right elbow. Dribble drive is shut off. Now he hands to DeVries up top. Derek, left-hand dribble down the lane is rejected big time by Gavin Keelan. Brunner pushes the tempo the other way. Kick it to the corner. Long two is good. That's A.J. Fowler's first bucket. And Jackson feeling pretty good about themselves. They call that a three. They put 3 on the scoreboard. I thought the official said 2. It's either 13-4 or 12-4. Right now the score inside the Ford Wyoming Center says 13-4. Parker floater in the lane is good the other direction. Parker Paxton gets it to drop. He's got 5 of Riverton's 6. Eli Lucas on a free throw, the only other point. Hannah to Brunner. He tries a 3 at the top. That's well off the mark, off to the left, and Derek tracks down the rebound. DeVries holds the basketball at the top. Now Parker uses a screen from Malachi Smith. There's some space, and he knocks it in. Parker Paxton's got 8. Well, you can just kind of tell right away that maybe Parker was not happy with himself offensively last night, and Jackson not playing him nearly as smotheringly, if that's a word, like Cheyenne Central did last night. So maybe that's good news for the Wolverines. They trail by 4 with 3 minutes remaining first quarter. Reverse layup misses for Jackson, but a follow by Fowler, and he's fouled. Foul is on Brody Dale, his first, team second on the Wolverines. Eli Lucas going to return to the Riverton lineup. Malachi Smith checks out. It'll be Lucas and Hauk on the low blocks. Fowler free throw is no good off the front of the rim, and DeVries wrestles it away for Riverton. Derek jogs it up the floor. Go right down the lane. Now backing in 5 feet away from the buckets. Hands off to Parker. Paxton travels. Gavin Keelan is there to help his opponent off of the floor as Parker took a spill afterwards, but turnover will send it Jackson's direction. They lead by 6, 2:38 to play first quarter action. Whistle down low. It's going to be a Jackson foul away from the basket. Didn't see it down low, but offensive foul on A.J. Fowler, and that's A.J.'s second. He's got both personals for Jackson. 2:35 to play first quarter on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. It's Jackson 15, Riverton 9. Parker holds it at the top of the key. Mason Borchert stares at him defensively. Now they weave at the top. Lucas to Ty Sheets, left side for 3. That sneaks over the front of the rim and drops. Ty Sheets gets the shooter's roll. Ty's first bucket is good from the outside, and Riverton's clawed their way back into a one-possession game for now. Keelan down the lane past one defender, and he's fouled from behind. I think Parker Paxton is there. Parker unhappy with the foul call. That's Parker's first. First for Keelan is good. Gavin's second attempt is also good. Gavin Keelan now with 4 points. Inside of 2 minutes to play first quarter. Parker on the dribble drive, going to go right at Keelan, mismatched. Parker is knocked to the floor, couldn't get it to drop, but off balance. He will draw the foul. Parker Paxton to the line, took a hard flop to the ground again. That's the second consecutive time on this end that Parker has taken a hard spill. First free throw is good for Parker. Paxton, an 82% free throw shooter for Riverton. Coming into the state tournament, shot 163 free throws. And he's got a couple more. Both of them are good. Parker is the first player on either side in double digits. He's got 10. 10 of the Wolverines' 14. They trail Jackson 17-14, 1:43 remaining first quarter. Keelan, give it underneath to Andrew Hanna, who gently lays it off the front of the rim and it drops in. Andrew Hanna now with 8 points to lead the Bronx. DeVries spot up three is good at the top. Derek DeVries will knock it down and we trade buckets. Long pass for Hanna, wide open on the left block. Another two for Andrew Hanna. He's got 10. Paxton with 10, Hanna with 10. Sheets off a screen, left side, outside three. That's no good. Lucas battles Hanna for the rebound, and Hanna's going to lose control of the basketball. Out of bounds, right back to the Wolverines. Got a pretty spirited crowd for a consolation game. Not a ton of fans in the arena here, but Wolverine fans making the trip, and then Jackson fans right behind our broadcast position making a lot of noise. DeVries down the lane, scoops up a tough contested shot, no good off the rim. Andrew Hanna will give it to Mason Borchert. Borchert layup goes around the rim and out, and it drifts out of bounds back to Riverton. So 43 seconds remaining first quarter. Riverton will take the possession. They trail 21-17 as Parker slowly walks it up the floor, looks back at head coach Bo Sheets, gets the instructions, and he will move it up the floor. Parker goes past one defender, draws the foul. 2 free throws coming up for Parker Paxton. Slow to get up is Mason Borchert. He winced in pain on his way down and is very gingerly walking that right leg off. Did take quite a collision in there. Parker's first of 2 off the rim. You can just tell body language when Parker doesn't like the way it's released, as he kind of cringed. Second one is much more online. It's good. Back to a 3-point game. 21-18. Seb Brunner will walk it across the midcourt center circle. See what Jackson opts to do inside of 20 seconds now. Brunner uses screen, pick and roll. They give it to Hanna in the lane. He's tied up by Eli Lucas. Good job, Eli, with the quick hands, forcing the jump ball. Possession arrow, Riverton. A couple of Jackson players tried to check in during live play. They're not going to allow that. Parker through the lane, scoop up a left-hand shot and get it at the buzzer. Parker Paxton finishes the first quarter with 13 points. After one, Jackson clinging to a 1-point advantage now, 21-20. We're back for the second quarter in 60 seconds on 105.1 Jack FM and County 10's YouTube channel.
Did you see Allison at lunch today? I'm gonna text her. I'm gonna text Allison. Hey, hold up, Matt's calling me. Matt's calling me. Hey, we got the food and we're on our way right now. Hey, who's coming, bro? You're the one that keeps help.
At Eyes on Fremont, we know that good vision is about more than just seeing clearly. That's why we're dedicated to providing expert eye care for the whole family. From children's exams to contacts, LASIK to glaucoma treatment, we're here to help. We accept most insurance plans, and our experienced team will make sure you feel right at home. Schedule an appointment today at 111 South Broadway in Riverton, or give us a call at 307-856-9000. Visit WyomingEyes.net to learn more.
Let's head back to the state tournament. From Casper, here's Jared Anderson.
Second quarter is underway. Riverton trailing Jackson here to start quarter number 2, 21-20. Riverton with the basketball. Parker Paxton's going to let a long three fly. That's no good. Hustles down his own rebound, though. And we'll send it to DeVries. Parker has been a beast, 13 first quarter points. Here's Hauk in the lane, pump fake, give it to Lucas, and Lucas will back it out now. Some trouble handling it, and he wisely reloads. Here's Parker at the free throw line to Sheets. Sheets fakes left, goes right down the lane, pivot around. Tough two is no good, too strong. And the long rebound gathered in by Gavin Keelan in the corner. Here's Seb Brunner, good dish to Andrew Hanna, off glass, lay it up and in. Andrew Hanna has a dozen. It is going to be a tough matchup for the undersized Wolverines. Here's DeVries off a pick, left hand all the way to the bucket. Derek DeVries with 5. Riverton trading buckets with Jackson now. They'll feed the paint to Hanna again on the left block. Hauk all over him defensively. Great job defensively by Hunter Hauk. Shot no good, taken away by Lucas. Lucas will be swatted from behind. That was Mason Borchert who rejected Lucas's shot attempt. And Jackson heads right back the other way. Riverton has not led in this game, but trails by just 1. 6:13 remaining second quarter. Keelan will set up Seb Brunner at the top of the key. Brunner with bright purple shoes goes down the lane in the corner 3. Borchert no good. Rebound kept alive by Keelan, though. Puts it back up and in from in deep. Gavin Keelan with his 6th point. DeVries at the top for the Wolverines. Left side outside to Hunter Hauk. Hauk dribbles a couple times. Give it to Derek. Hauk will set a screen. Opens Derek up for 3. That's no good, though, off the front of the rim, and Seb Brunner is fast. The other way, jump stop, reverse layup. It's a pretty play, Seb Brunner. Not what you want to see if you're a Wolverine fan, but as a basketball enthusiast, that's pretty darn fun to watch. 5:15 to play second quarter, 27-22. Jackson now in front of the Wolverines. Right side, Sheets. Sheets backing in at the free throw line. Turnaround contested 2 is short. And Andrew Hanna is there for another rebound. Brunner looking for Hanna. Hanna went the other way, and Hunter Hauk just takes the basketball out of the air. Coach Sheets wants a timeout. That'll be the first Wolverine timeout of the game. We'll keep this right here, and thanks some folks for making Riverton High School basketball possible with 4:55 to play second quarter. It's Jackson 27, Riverton 22. I want to thank Goddard Construction, a proud supporter of Riverton High School athletics. Goddard Construction offers friendly construction services that are always on time and aligned with your budget. Give Goddard Construction a call for your construction needs today. Thanks to Elevate Rehab in Lander, offering comprehensive physical therapy. They offer a wide variety of services. Your ticket to health is Elevate Rehab. And thanks to the Wyoming Department of Transportation, reminding you to buckle up every trip, every time. WYDOT making coverage possible here on County 10's YouTube channel and 105.1 Jack FM. I realize it's weird with no video on our YouTube feed on County 10's YouTube channel for comments and you to weigh in, but if you want to use that chat box on the right side, let us know where you're listening from. I would love to interact with you, give you some shout outs. We've had some great viewers and listeners all season long from a variety of different places. We had Spain represented, Texas a couple of times, some Utah folks listening in with us, so feel free, even if you're just back in Riverton, would love to hear from you and where you're watching from in the YouTube chat box. Riverton basketball here as we're back to action. Brandon Monroe's in the ball game. Monroe to Ty Sheets. Sheets will let a three fly. That's in and out, no good. Rebound tipped around and gathered by Borchard. This Jackson team is physical, fast, and they've got at least three players with height advantage on Riverton's tallest player. Knocked out of bounds off of a Wolverine paw. Stays Jackson ball. Newcomer into the game for Jackson is Jack Barazay, and he loses the handle. It's taken away by Sheets. Good adjustment by Parker to go get the basketball on kind of a wild pass. Parker circles it across the floor. Now Brody Dale down the lane. Leave it for DeVries, right corner. Derek, bounce pass to Ty. Ty soars in off glass two. Good ball movement by Riverton. Started in transition, and Ty Sheets with the strong finish makes it a three-point game again. 27-24. Jackson has led throughout the game, but Riverton certainly keeping it close, making things interesting, just sort of trading buckets here this quarter. Hannah, high post, back again on Malachi Smith. Put a move on, a left-hand shot is good. Andrew Hannah, I'm going to say this a lot, it feels like he is really tough to stop. He's got 14 points. Here's Parker, Paxton, right-hand dribble. Near the top of the key, we'll leave it for DeVries. Derek has Hannah on him defensively. DeVries scoops it up, got it to go, and he's fouled. Andrew Hannah with the personal foul. DeVries an opportunity to get a three-point play. Derek, as good as anybody on the team, and honestly that I've seen in 4A boys basketball, when he gets some room, that first step, strong drive from Derek DeVries, and he can make this a two-point game with a free throw. Front rim no good, so we'll stay at 3 points of separation. We've been at this differential a lot on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Creeping up on 2 o'clock, KTUG, Hudson, Lander, Riverton, and streaming audio on County 10's YouTube channel. Say hello wherever you're tuned in from. First attempt is no good by Borchert, but he gets his own rebound. Now he'll give it to Brunner at the top. Seb gets a screen. Right side, Brunner will knock down the three. That's good. Seb Brunner. And Seb going to knock it away defensively, out of bounds, crashes into the scorer table. Full timeout asked for by Coach Elliott and the Jackson Bronx. Let's step aside with him. 2:22 to play.
Residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give him a call at 307-332-7184.
Wyoming knows hard work. And at Fremont Chevrolet GMC, we know Wyoming. Here, things are just built to last. Over the last 8 decades, we've had one priority: to serve the people of Wyoming. We are dependable. We are your neighbor. We are Wyoming. Visit Fremont Chevrolet GMC in Riverton today.
Your home for state tournament coverage is 105.1 Jack FM.
Wolverines have trailed throughout. They're down 32-26 here. 2:15 remaining second quarter. RHS basketball out of the timeout. Parker Paxton from the left elbow knocks it down. Parker having a tremendous ball game so far. He's got 15. Brunner slowly crosses the timeline. 4-point contest here inside of 2 minutes remaining. Hannah faces the basket. Now Barazay leaves it for Brunner as Jackson weaves at the top. Brody Dale on Brunner defensively. Barazay in the corner. And Jackson kind of more slowly, methodically working their way through the offensive set here. Tried to feed Hannah underneath, and they're going to get Hunter Hauk with a foul. That's the first on Hunter. Hunter trying to do a lot of work, is undersized against Andrew Hannah, and whatever you can do to try to slow the Jackson big guy down, I think is the strategy defensively for Riverton, and that may mean picking up a foul or two. Speaking of Hannah versus Hauk, that's the matchup here. Good lockdown defense by Hauk. 3 from Mason at the top of the key is no good. Scramble for the rebound. There's a big collision. And Bo Sheets asks for a timeout. I'm honestly not sure how they could tell who had the basketball. Looked like both guys had a hand on it from here, but they're going to give that to Coach Sheets. 30-second timeout with 1:22 remaining. Parker Paxton, game-high honors right now with 15 points. Actually, I take that back. Andrew Hannah's last bucket gives him game-high honors with 16. Parker Paxton leading Riverton with 15. Want to say hello to Ella and the Hauk family. They're watching along, listening along, I guess I should say, from Utah. Ella, appreciate you being with us. Thanks to the Hauk family supporting us in Utah, cheering on Hunter Hauk and the Wolverines. Appreciate you being here all season long. RHS basketball out of the quick 30-second timeout. 1:15 now remaining in the first half. Ty Sheets back to the basket, stop, and hand it to Derek. DeVries has Andrew Hannah on him. Now Parker. Paxton go right at a defender, hang in the air. He was challenged the entire way, and he still gets it to drop. That's Parker being Parker right there. It's good to see that again. 2-point game, 48 seconds to play. Borchert underneath. Andrew Hannah's wide open in deep. Lay it up and in. That's Hannah being Hannah at the other end. It is going to be the Paxton versus Hannah show offensively, it feels like, all game long. Here's Lucas. Free throw line. 2 is no good. Hunter Hauk, a strong rebound for Riverton. Dish it out up top to Parker Paxton, and Parker backs it off. Coach Sheets says, look at the clock. Run your isolation. They like this, where they spread him out for Parker. He's going to lose the basketball on the floor. Eli Lucas comes to rescue it, though. Right back to Parker. Free throw line 2 is no good. Hannah gets the rebound. 3 seconds. Heave at the buzzer is an air ball. And at the intermission, Jackson takes a 34-30 lead into the locker room. The Broncs have led the entire way, but Riverton right on their heels basically the entire way too. So it's going to be a really interesting second half of basketball. The Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show is coming up. We will get into some first half stats, and we'll set up the second half of action here from the Ford Wyoming Center. Again, at the intermission, 30. Back with the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show in just a couple of minutes on 105.1 Jack FM and County 10's YouTube channel.
County 10 is your Fremont County news leader. We're everywhere. On the web, mobile, social, and on your radio dial. With all the news you need to feel connected. From sports to board meetings and community features, we work hard to bring you all the latest updates you care about. Visit us today at county10.com. County 10. Community. Connected.
Make your home improvement projects online at Sutherlands.com, and we'll get it ready for easy in-store pickup. With the tools and the know-how, you can count on Sutherlands for any job. With over 30,000 items in stock, make your first stop at Sutherland's Home Improvement in Casper and Riverton. Streaming audio coverage of every Wolverine game from state can be heard on County 10's YouTube channel.
Welcome you into the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show made possible by the Wyoming Department of Transportation. They remind you it's a simple message. Seatbelts save lives. Buckle your seatbelt every trip, every time, no matter how far or short your drive is across Wyoming. Wear your seatbelt if you're driving around right now. Click it and keep everybody in that vehicle safe. We are at the half, and Riverton trailing Jackson at 34-30 at the intermission. Let's take a look at some first half scoring numbers. First, for your Riverton Wolverines, Parker Paxton, just a fantastic first half. 17 points. He is 2 of 3 from behind the arc, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 17 points for Parker. He's also got 3 rebounds, too, to lead the way there. He's actually tied with Derek DeVries on the rebound count. Both of them have 3. Derek has 7 points. Ty Sheets has 5 points and 1 point on a free throw from Eli Lucas. Riverton shooting 41% from the floor in the first half, 4 of 9 behind the arc. They are 4 of 7 from the free throw line. It's been the Andrew Hanna show for Jackson. He is an impressive player, and he's been a thorn in the side of Wolverine fans. He's got 16 points. Andrew also has 4 rebounds. He averages a double-double a game, so I guess you come to expect it when you're playing these Jackson Broncs. 6 points for Gavin Keelan, 5 points for A.J. Fowler, 5 points for Seb Brunner, 2 points for Mason Borchert. Jackson is shooting 56% from the floor, 2 of 8 from three-point land, 4 of 5 from the free throw stripe. Turnovers right now, Riverton only has 2, so handling the basketball really well. Jackson has 5 of them. Rebounding, though, is in favor of Jackson. They're out-rebounding the Wolverines right now, 16-12. No lead changes, no ties. Jackson led 21-20 at the end of the first quarter. Largest lead of the game was actually at 9 for Jackson. They led 13-4 at one point early on in the contest, but Riverton quickly erased a lot of that deficit, just have not overcome that lead, have not tied things, have not taken the lead yet, but they are certainly hanging around with the number 1 team from the 4A West so far in this one. Glad to have you here. We want to continue our thanks. I'm really hopeful as a Wolverine fan, the Wolverine broadcaster. I try to not be too big of a homer on the air, but I do feel, full disclosure, I'm an RHS alumni and root for these Wolverines, so I am hopeful that there's at least one more game tomorrow, but try to work them in here over the next couple of days. I'm just so grateful and thankful for all the support we've received. I just got to note that some of the Paxton family is watching back home, including Parker's grandma. So we want to say hello to Mrs. Parker's grandma and some of the Paxton family, and say hello to the Hauk family as well, watching along in Utah. If you'd like to join the conversation on our YouTube feed, we'd love that. If you're watching along on a computer or a device and want to give a shout out where you're listening from, we'd be happy to mention you on the air. At the half, Jackson leads Riverton at 34-30. Let's take one more time out. When we come back on the other end of this quick break, we will have second half basketball here from the consolation bracket, day 2 of the state tournament from the Ford Wyoming Center in Casper. We're back with second half action after this on 105.1 Jack FM and County 10's YouTube channel.
Letters. 5 letters. Just think about, what am I doing right now? Smile. Smile? Uh-huh. This is so easy.
Nobody likes to be stopped by the police. But if I'd seen her texting while driving and given her a ticket, it just might have saved her life.
This is Maven, award-winning optics for the adventurous. From binoculars to spotting scopes, Maven has you covered. Be prepared for scouting, wildlife watching, or any outdoor adventure. As a proud sponsor of local high school sports, we wish all the
Wolverines trail Jackson at the break 34-30. Jackson's largest lead was 9. No ties, no lead changes. Riverton has trailed throughout here, but it has been interesting back and forth basketball as we are ready to go in half number 2. If we are struggling to connect on our YouTube feed, apologize for that. We had a little connection reset, and I hope we are back up and strong now. It's always something when technology, even at the Ford Wyoming Center, when we should have everything figured out, there's always something, it feels like. So hopefully we get that figured out for you. Be Riverton basketball, Paxton, DeVries, Sheets, Hauk, and Lucas on the floor for the Wolverines. Jackson going to send out Brunner, Fowler, Hannah, Borchard, and Keelan, same starters both sides. Sheets at the top, controls it for Riverton. We'll zing it around to Derek DeVries. DeVries off a screen, along 2. That's no good. Borchard tried to get the rebound, but Eli Lucas is there to take it away, and then Eli double dribbles. Lucas had some trouble handling the basketball for a moment, put it on the floor, and then just kind of made an awkward dribble motion. Jackson's first possession here of half number 2. 3 at the top. Seb Brunner is well off the mark to the right side, and Derek hustles in there for another rebound for Riverton. He hands back to Eli Lucas. Riverton starts their offense by weaving at the top. DeVries to Parker at 12 o'clock. Straightaway 3 is no good, just off the mark. And Mason Borchert with a good block out down low gets the rebound for the Bronx. Borchert will hand back to Gavin Keelan. Keelan and Seb Brunner play catch at the top. Now Andrew Hanna's first touch here in the third quarter. Hanna with 16 points. Jackson slowing things down in the half-court set. Seb Brunner going to try to change that, though, just inside the free throw line, knocked down at 2. Jackson's got the first points of quarter number 3. They lead by 6, 36-30. Derek starts up the Riverton offense. Has Hanna on him defensively. He'll try a contested 2 in the paint. Derek DeVries knock it down. The Wolverines senior with 9. Pushed and fouled is Seb Brunner on the floor. That's going to go against DeVries. His first personal, first team foul here of the third quarter. First half was relatively foul-free, moved along at a pretty good pace. Gavin Keelan At the top for Jackson, off of the inbound. Now goes to Seb Brunner. Brunner between the legs dribble. Challenges Ty Sheets. Shuts the dribble off there. Good defense. It's poked and taken away by Ty. Sheets will slow things up. Now he's got some space. He'll pull up from the left elbow. That's no good. And a fight for the ball right along the baseline is off of Eli, out of bounds. 2-2 this quarter. Riverton trails by 4. It's been as close as a point. Riverton was down only 1 to start the second quarter. Brunner puts a move on Ty Sheets. Stop from the right angle, and that's no good. Leaves it well short, and Ty again with good defensive pressure against the crafty Jackson guard. He's held him to 7 points, which is a little under his average, but Ty's made him do some uncharacteristic things, it feels like. Hunter Hauk is blocked on the right side by Hannah, and Hannah throws it away the other direction, deep down the floor, so Riverton's going to get this right back. That was a menacing block, though, by Andrew. 5:08 remaining third quarter. It's Jackson 36, Riverton 32. Jared Anderson with you from Casper, Wyoming. Had some snowflakes this morning, just a flurry of snow, but it was cold and icy and just sort of frigid all the way around. DeVries tries a 3 right side. That's no good, short, and Brunner tracks down the rebound. Seb quickly up the floor, dish off to Hannah. Hannah open on the right side off the glass, good. Andrew's first bucket of the second half. He's got 18 now. And Jackson's lead goes to 6. DeVries trying to chip away at it right down the lane. Can't get it to go. Malachi Smith, the rebound, is fouled. Good position for Malachi, and that personal is going to go on A.J. Fowler, his third. That is the first foul on the Bronx of the half.
Coming all the way through.
Brody Dale to inbound under into the left of the Riverton hoop. Goes way up for Derek DeVries. DeVries sheds a defender. Lets it go from 3. That's no good. And Brunner tracks down the long rebound in the left corner. Brunner to Hannah. Open again and lay it up and in. Andrew Hannah with a little bit of room is just relentless offensively. Parker at the free throw line, falling down, gets it to go. Parker off balance, so good. And sometimes Parker feels like he's even better when there's a challenge. Brunner corner along 2, in and out, no good. Hunter Hauk gets the rebound, may have missed an over and back on Andrew Hannah. Hauk did a good job to hold on to that. Here's Parker soaring in right baseline. He's fouled. 2 free throws for the Wolverines' best free throw shooter. Mason Borchert picks up the personal. That is Mason's second. Team foul number 2.
Can I call for a big rig? I'm calling for a replay.
Matt Elliott, the Jackson coach, is in front of us as Parker knocks down the free throw, looks at us and asks if he can challenge the play and get a replay. Parker Paxton hits them both. He's got 21 points. 40-36, Jackson maintaining a 4-point lead. That's how we started this quarter. Malachi Smith had it for a minute off of his knee, though, out of bounds. Malachi almost the takeaway, and then couldn't quite corral it on the Jackson baseline out of bounds. It'll be Brunner to bring it in far left under his own hoop. Gets it to Borchert. Now Hannah and Fowler at the top. Left side behind the perimeter. Brunner will use a screen. Malachi slides over, help defense, and knocked out of bounds off of Ty Sheets' hands.
Go Jackson!
3:13 remaining now, third quarter. Parker Paxton has 21 for the Wolverines. Andrew Hanna has 20 for the Bronx. Derek DeVries with 9, 5 points for Ty Sheets, 1 point for Eli Lucas. 3 is buried. Mason Borchard with the 3 for Jackson. Had to wait. I was screened by an official to see who that was. DeVries, turnaround 2, soft touch. Derek's in double figures. 43-38 now the score goes. Malachi Smith does take it away this time. He'll give it up to Derek DeVries. DeVries quickly into the Wolverine front court. Crossover dribble. Derek some space. Now his drive is shut off in the paint. Hand it to Brody Dale, and now they go Malachi on the right side. Malachi put up a tough 2 that's no good. Goes over the rim, and rebound tracked down by Borchard. Mason thought about a 3 again. Now goes left side outside to Gavin Keelan. And back to Brunner. 5-point Jackson lead. Brunner stops at the free throw line. In deep they go to Hanna. That's as pretty as you get. Reverse layup contested. Andrew Hanna gets it to drop. Wow. That honestly was level of difficulty there. SportsCenter top 10 worthy. It may not have looked like much, but that was a fantastic play right there. 2:03 remaining third quarter. It's Jackson 45, Riverton 38, as we say thank you here during this timeout to some more folks making Wolverine basketball possible from County 10 all season long. They include Wyoming Catholic College, proud to cheer on Fremont County athletes. Your dedication on and off the court is admirable. Find more about Wyoming Catholic College at wyomingcatholic.edu. Also want to say thank you to Redden, Kane & Associates, your local tax professionals, proud to cheer on the Wolverines. Redden, Kane & Associates at 202 North Broadway in Riverton, online at rivertoncpa.com. And one more here. Thanks to Eyes on Fremont. They're proud to see the Wolverines competing at state at Eyes on Fremont. They're located at 111 South Broadway Avenue, your local optometrist. Smith, Hauk, DeVries, Paxton, and Sheets on the floor for Riverton out of the timeout. 2 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Riverton trails Jackson by 7, 45-38. Jackson now outscoring Riverton this quarter by 3. For the most part, we've traded buckets through the first 6 minutes. DeVries has it for Riverton as the Jackson fans make some noise. Hanna blocks DeVries, and DeVries lands on the baseline. The ball lands on top of Derek. DeVries gets up smiling and shares a joke with Gavin Keelan about seemingly being in the wrong place at the wrong time. The ball just lands right on top of him, and unfortunately Derek's out of bounds. Except Brunner is as speedy as it gets in 4A basketball. Too speedy for his own good that time. Tried to stop, kept moving. Seb looked at his coach like, what did I do? And Coach Matt Elliott drags his foot across the floor and said, yeah, you traveled with it. Derek, left side to Sheets. Ty, square to the basket. Now he'll go down the lane. Right-hand floater barely skims the net. No good. And Borchert makes sure Riverton's one and done. Mason hustles up the floor. Barazay will give it underneath to Hanna. One-on-one versus Malachi Smith. Parker comes to try to help, and Paxton gives up the foul. That's just unfortunately for Riverton what you got to do to try to slow Andrew Hanna down at times. He's got 21 points. And Parker's second personal right there. And his first free throw will rattle in. And his second one hits the front of the rim and stays out. Malachi gets the rebound. Hanna, a 46% free throw shooter on the year, so goes 50% right there. 1 minute to play, third quarter, Riverton ball. They trail 46-38. DeVries floater from the left side. That's no good. Malachi the rebound, and he's fouled. Official said he got knocked in the head, and Malachi Smith fouled by Jack Barazay. Jack's first, team foul number 3. It's ball out of bounds to Riverton with 53 seconds to play in the quarter. Derek inbounds to Parker. He squares up for a quick 3 in the corner. That's no good. In and out. Looked good off the hands, but rattles off. Borchard. Knock it down the other way. Mason Borchert stops for a long 2. It's good, and Jackson's got their largest lead of the ball game all of a sudden. 10 points. 48-38. Fade away.
Ranch Hand and Road to More. So get your vehicle ready and stop at Wyoming 4x4 or give Dan a call at 307-857-3175.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming. Wolverine basketball is on the air. Let's go courtside with the voice of the Wolverines, Jared Anderson.
Fourth quarter is underway from the Ford Wyoming Center. Riverton has some work to do, trailing 49-40. Andrew Hanna right off the bat will get fed the basketball. No surprise there, and he is smothered and fouled. Andrew's got 2 more free throws coming up. He's got 24 on the game already. Game's leading scorer. They'll say no, it was on the floor. Foul on Eli Lucas, his first. So ball out of bounds, back to Jackson. Brunner at the top. Go left side to Borchert. Now in the lane to Hanna. Hanna double team, shut off to Keelan. Keelan can't get it to go, but he's fouled. And Gavin Keelan's got a pair of shots coming up. That was Ty Sheets' first personal. Riverton with 2 quick fouls here in the first 30 seconds of the fourth quarter. Keelan, a 72% free thrower on the year. First one in and out, no good. Gavin, a senior, back up there, trying to put his team up by 10. In and out, no good. Over the back on Andrew Hanna. Eli Lucas with great position down low. That's the second personal on Andrew Hanna. Riverton would love if he would pick up 3 more real quick. DeVries uses screen, well defended, but draws the foul. That's on Jack Barazay, his second. So we have played 42 seconds of the quarter, and we've got 4 fouls, 2 on each team. DeVries in the act of shooting, they say. First free throw is no good, too strong. And Jackson going to send A.J. Fowler back in, a senior who started. Jack Barazay comes out. Gets a good round of applause from the Jackson students behind us. Derek, second free throw, creeps over the front of the rim and drops. DeVries now with a dozen. 8-point ball game. Jackson basketball and the lead. Keelan in the corner. Almost thought about spotting up for 3, but DeVries is on him. Now Brunner switches defensively off a screen. Sheets is on him. Give it to Hanna down low. Hanna's got that step and finishes off the window. Andrew Hanna has been the difference in this game. 51-41, the Jackson lead goes back to 10. Ball is lost in the media row area, opposite side of my broadcast position. They'll finally recover it and now get it into Ty Sheets. Sheets Hang in the air, mid-range jumper and drain it. Ty Sheets from the left side knocks it down. Finishes with 7. Brunner weaving through the lane. Soft touch floater, not going to drop. Hannah gets the rebound, knocked away out of bounds off of Eli Lucas. Andrew Hannah keeping it alive for Jackson. Brunner, it's inbound under the Jackson hoop, does so right to Hannah. Hannah give it up to Fowler. Fowler, the floater from mid-range, it's good. Everybody getting it done now for Jackson. It feels like 53-43. Jackson has had this 10-point lead 4 different times as Lucas storms in left side baseline, got it to drop. Eli's first field goal of the game. He's got 3. We've played 2 minutes of fourth quarter action. Wolverines trailing now by 8. Borchert off the glass, though, off the right side. Gets it to go. We trade buckets, and that's not going to be good enough for Riverton. They got to find a way to get a stop or two here down the stretch. Turnover on Riverton. I'm not sure why. Eli Lucas doesn't know why either. Was he out of bounds? He looked a good 1.5 feet away from out of bounds. Maybe there was a carry or something I didn't see. Obviously had to be something I didn't see. There's no argument off the Riverton bench, but Eli Lucas and I look like the most confused people in the building as there's a turnover forced defensively by Brody Dale. Brody all over his defender, and Jackson player lost the basketball, rolled out of bounds. Good D by Brody. Here's Parker for 3, right corner, knock it in, right out of the inbound. Parker Paxton's got 28. It starts with defensive stops and things like Brody Dale forcing a turnover. Parker with the big shot. Here's Andrew Hannah in the paint, facing on Malachi Smith. Right hand hook shot, soft touch, got it. Riverton deficit is 9, 5:05 to play. DeVries down the lane, can't get it to go. Some contact, nothing called, and DeVries will hustle back on defense as Seb Brunner take it away for the Jackson Bronx. Seb waits for some help at the top, comes courtesy of Gavin Keelan. Now Andrew Hannah way at the top. Traveling violation, going to be whistled against the Bronx. Not setting his feet, Gavin Keelan, and it'll go back to the Wolverines. 4:42 remaining in the season for one of these teams. Loser is done. The winner will play Cheyenne East for a consolation championship tomorrow at noon on this event center floor. Paxton work it up the floor for Riverton. Now we'll turn on the afterburners. Right down the lane, hang in the air. Good hesitation, gets it to drop. Parker makes it a 7-point game, 57-50. 4:20 remaining in regulation. Brunner back to Keelan. Gavin D'd up by Derek DeVries. Top left side on the elbow. Keelan works it around to Borchert. Mason will try a long 2-foot on the line from the top. That's no good. Coach Elliott did not like that shot selection, and here comes Derek DeVries. Parker, long 3 attempt. He pulls the trigger back when he was in the air and hands it off to DeVries. The long 3-pointer. He's got 15, and the lead is cut to 4. 3:44 remaining fourth quarter. Jackson wants a 30-second timeout, 57-53. Riverton trailed by 10 a few times here this second half. And a Derek DeVries 3-pointer makes this a whole lot more interesting. Want to say thank you to Northside Body Shop. Proud to support the Wolverines and athletes all across Fremont County. Give Northside Body Shop a call at 2nd Street in Lander for all your auto needs. And thanks to Sutherland's in Riverton, they've got what you need for every project. Stop by Sutherland's at North Federal Boulevard in the Rendezvous City. 3 minutes, 44 seconds remaining in regulation. It is a 4-point Jackson lead. Riverton has never led. Game has not been tied. But Riverton just kind of keeps hanging around, and a little surge of energy there into the timeout. See how Jackson responds. A.J. Fowler at the top, hands off to Brunner. Brunner goes right past Ty Sheets, hand to Andrew Hanna underneath. Hanna can't get it, but he gets his own rebound. He'll kick it out to Brunner. Seb, stop left side, block on the dribble to Borchert for 3. That's Keelan, and he gets it. Gavin Keelan with a big-time answer for Jackson to put him up by 7. Here's Sheets down the lane. He is tripped. And they've got the score wrong on the scoreboard. Matt Elliott is going to make sure that everybody in the building knows about it, and now they fix it. Blocking foul went to A.J. Fowler. That is his 4th personal. Team foul number 3. 3:07 left in regulation. Riverton trailing by 7. 60-53. Sheets from the free throw line. Shot no good. A rebound volleyed for, and it comes away to Jackson. Brunner gathers it in. Brunner will lead up ahead to Borchert. Borchert, strong drive. Left-hand layup is good. Jackson answers the Riverton run with back-to-back buckets, and they build their lead back to 9. Paxton throws it to nobody. Parker went baseline, threw it all the way in backcourt. It's going to drift out of bounds. And the turnover forced by some tough Jackson defense. Malachi Smith will check out. Eli Lucas back out on the floor for the Wolverines. Hopefully one more big surge of energy in the last couple of minutes, but Riverton at this point 2.5 minutes away from seeing their season come to a conclusion. Keelan at the free throw line. Hands to Brunner. Lose the handle for a moment. Foul on the floor. Eli Lucas will help Mason Borchert back up to his feet. And Eli picks up his 2nd foul. Brunner under and to the left of the Jackson basket to Borchert. Now Hanna at the top of the key, and Brunner. Illegal screen will be called on Andrew Hanna. Nope, they're going to say A.J. Fowler. That is A.J. Fowler's 5th personal foul, so A.J. fouls out with 6 points on the afternoon, and he'll get a round of applause from the Jackson fans behind us. Riverton basketball, 2:14 to go. They trail 62-53. Do the Wolverines have one more big run in them here over the next couple of minutes? Lucas, left side, outside to Parker. Squares to the basket. Foul before he can shoot it. Shot was short anyway. Foul away from the ball is on Brunner. That is Jackson's 5th team foul, so Riverton should be shooting. And now they'll get it sorted out. Hunter Houck is going to shoot the 2 free throws for the Wolverines. First for Hunter is a swish. Second for Houck is also a swish. 7-point game. Brunner hassled in backcourt by the Wolverines. Man-to-man full court pressure the entire way. Inside of 2 minutes to play now. Spinning across the half-court stripe and traveling is Gavin Keelan. Tried to get a little bit too crafty. Drug the pivot foot, and Coach Matt Elliott wants to burn another timeout. He's got 2 left. Riverton's got 2 left. It's a full timeout with 1:53 remaining In regulation, Jackson on top of Riverton 62-55. That gives us a chance to thank a couple more folks who make these broadcasts possible and have all year, like Baldwin Creek Rental Center in Lander. They've got what you need, everything from equipment rentals to party supplies. 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Riverton. That's Baldwin Creek Rental Center. And thanks to State Farm agent Tyler Watson, proud to cheer on the Wolverines at State Farm. They're ready to protect your future. Give Tyler Watson's office a call today for all your insurance needs. 856-4118, 856-4118. At the conclusion of this, and all season long, we've been chatting with Wolverine players. We select our Tyler Watson State Farm player of the game, and we'll chat with the Wolverine as well as the head coach, Bo Sheets. Jackson Bronc players huddle up, give each other some pats on the back, trying to rally their team to play one more time tomorrow at noon against Cheyenne East. Riverton breaks the huddle, and they're back out on the floor. DeVries works it across the time stripe with a right-hand dribble, motions to Parker Paxton, and hands back to him. Houck, left side outside. Watches the cut go by, a lot of contact, and they're going to call Parker Paxton for a foul. Parker is heated. Parker gets an explanation, but doesn't like it, and toes the line there of maybe limiting what he's going to say by a word or two. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to go right back to Riverton. Pressure by Eli Lucas. Mason Borchert, they say that went off of last. Mason doesn't like it. Now Mason talking with the officials. They'll say Riverton basketball under their hoop with 1:39 remaining. 62-55 is the Jackson advantage. Houck at the top comes to get the inbound lob. Now we'll give it to Ty Sheets. Sheets from the top three, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's a volleyball match. DeVries gets it to Paxton for three. In and out, no good. Ty Sheets crashes in and fouls on the rebound. That'll be the fifth Riverton team foul. Will walk to the other end and shoot a couple of free throws. Obviously would have been huge if they could have hit that bucket for their chances to come back in this ball game, but instead Andrew Hanna will step to the line to shoot two times for Jackson. First too strong, no good. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Possession arrow, if we need it, is Riverton's. And his second free throw also no good. DeVries take it away for the Wolverines. Derek quickly up the floor. Give it to Ty Sheets. Sheets down the lane, left side, off glass. Got it to go. Ty Sheets for 2. He's got 9, and he makes it a 5-point game with 1:10 remaining. 62-57. Hanna is being hassled by Houck. Now we'll give it away to Seb Brunner. Riverton is trapping all over the floor. Coach Elliott wants to talk with his team, takes a timeout. Good defense all over the floor by the Wolverines with 1 minute, 1 second remaining. Andrew Hanna and Parker Paxton have been going back and forth for game-high honors. They both have 28 right now. Great efforts by both of those young men. Both of them are seniors trying to play one more day and have another 24 hours with their teammates here in Casper before the season comes to a conclusion. Hunter Houck, Ty Sheets, Parker Paxton, Derek DeVries, Eli Lucas on the floor for Riverton. They trail 62-57. Riverton's never led, never have tied in this game. 1 minute, 1 second remaining. Brunner to bring it in under the Jackson hoop. Does so to Keelan. Keelan back to Brunner. Sheets all over him, either trying to foul or get a steal. They'll dish off to Hannah. Hannah leave the shot short, but gets his own rebound. Now a fight for it on the floor. Comes away to Jackson. It's Borchard for three. That's no good. Jackson may not have needed to shoot that, and Hauk will take the rebound away. Here's DeVries. Derek looking for some help. Gives it to Hauk. 36 seconds remaining. Parker is bumped and fouled, and Paxton will go to the line to shoot 2 times. Jack Barazay picks up his third personal. And Parker has 2 free throws with 34 seconds. First one is good. Parker can make this a 1-possession game at the line here. Brandon Monroe, Brody Dale, some situational subs down the stretch in here for Riverton. A couple of guys that maybe can afford a foul, quick defenders, maybe get a steal. Parker's second free throw is good. Coach Sheets wants a timeout. 34.1 on the clock. It is Jackson 62, Riverton 59. Riverton's been in a lot of games that have come down to the wire, and the Wolverines trailed by 10 at several different times. That's been Jackson's largest lead, but they continue to be resilient and battle their way back. Just have never tied the game, have never taken the lead. Winner of this again moves on to play at noon tomorrow. We know the opponent is Cheyenne East, awaiting the winner of this for the consolation championship. Riverton cheerleaders scurry off the floor. Wolverine fans behind me make some noise. It'll be ball out of bounds to Jackson, the length of the floor to go with 34 seconds remaining, 62 to 59. Andrew Hanna is going to bring it in. Riverton will set up full court pressure the entire way. Jackson's going to do this almost football-like play where they send all 5 guys behind the line. Now they'll fire them up. Get it into Borchert, right back to Hanna. Riverton trying to get a takeaway in backcourt or a 10-second count. Brunner still very deep in backcourt, and now Monroe will give up the foul. That was really close. That was about 9 seconds. There are now 25 seconds left. And free throws are coming up for Andrew Hanna, who has been so big in this game. Riverton was really close to a 10-second call in backcourt. First free throw for Hanna rattles in, makes it a 2-possession game again. Jackson by 4 with 25 seconds left. Hauk and Lucas back on the floor for the Wolverines. Second one for Andrew Hanna is too strong, no good. Parker sprints into the front court for Riverton. Crossover dribble down the lane, off balance 2 is good. It's a 2-point game, 15 seconds left. Hanna has it in backcourt, 12 seconds. Hunter Hauk comes and gives the foul with 10.7. And it's actually Gavin Keelan who's going to shoot the free throws. Gavin Keelan will go to the line. 63-61. The Jackson lead, no matter what happens here, give Riverton a lot of credit for fighting back in this game. Gavin, a 72% free thrower on the season. First of 2 will drop off the front of the rim and go. And Coach Elliott wants a timeout. That is his final timeout. And it is a 30. 10.7 seconds remaining in the contest. Riverton now down 64-61. Gavin Keelan will have 1 free throw. Riverton does have 1 timeout, and if we need it, the possession arrow is in favor of Riverton. Big free throw obviously is on the way for the senior. Gavin Keelan can make it a 2-possession game. Wolverines back on the floor. Monroe and Dale join the lineup of Sheets, DeVries, and Paxton. Keelan will try to make this a 4-point game with 10.7 left. Toes the mark. Dribbles 2 times. Deep breath. Lets it go. It's good. So Riverton either has to hope for a 3 and a foul or a really quick bucket and a quick foul defensively. Brody Dale races up the floor for Riverton. Dale left side Sheets. He'll try a quick 3, in and out, no good. Loose ball comes to Monroe with 1 second, and that will end the season for the Riverton Wolverines. Final score, Jackson 65, Riverton 61. A hard-fought effort. Wolverines will end their season at 500, 14-14. And congratulations to the Jackson Broncs. They live to fight another day, and they'll play for a consolation championship against Cheyenne East tomorrow. Derek DeVries has some tears in his eyes, gives some hugs to the Jackson players, and high fives all around as the Wolverine season comes to a conclusion. 65-61, Broncs over the Wolverines. Fun year for this Riverton team. Ups and downs, a lot of bumps and bruises. Got the Bailey Tyronato postgame show coming up here in just a bit. We'll chat with the Wolverine. We'll chat with Bo Sheets one final time this season. It's on the way. You've been listening to Wolverine basketball all season long on 105.1 Jack FM and County 10's YouTube channel.
Kane and Associates, CPAs is your go-to source for tax, financial, and business solutions. Our experienced professionals are trusted and know the numbers. We're dedicated to providing personalized attention to each of our clients. Whether you're an individual or a business, we're here to help with all your accounting needs. Let us do the math for you. Stop in or visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more.
Introducing WyoGlass, your local glass experts. From windows to showers, we've got you covered. We're proud to be a part of the Lander community and a local sports sponsor. We're dedicated to serving all of Fremont County, so you can trust us with your residential and commercial windows and doors, auto glass, shower doors, and garage doors. For quality service and local support, choose WyoGlass. Visit us at wyoglassoflander.com or on Main Street in Lander today.
Welcome you into the